Alright, so today marks 4 years of playing Destiny. September 15th, 2015 is when I originally got into the game. My friend got me into it, and if he's watching right now, I don't really ever act, serious to you at all. I always just am kind of joking around and fucking around, trying to keep things lighthearted and, keeping the mood up even when things are kind of down for either me or you. You never know. You never know. Um, I want to just thank you. And this is going to sound weird, but I'm trying to be, uh, I guess, serious. I want to thank you. I mean, you introduced me to this game that um, has changed my life so much. Um, and I mean, even you have changed my life so much. I don't think I've ever had a friend that is as loyal and devoted as you are. Even though, the whole split up happened, it was my fault. It was completely my fault. It wasn't yours in the slightest. It was all me. So, um, thank you. Now, nobody's gonna understand what the fuck I'm saying, but I had a friend who got me into this game, and I was just thanking him for doing it because if it wasn't for him in the game, I'd probably be in the grave right now. I would have fucking done it because of all this shit going on in my life at the time. There was tons of stuff going on in this game, and him really, really helped me through all of it. Even if he didn't intend it, he still did. So thank you. Anyway, yeah. So I started out 4 years ago. I started playing on this day, and I was just kind of like, oh, it's Destiny. That's okay. And then I actually went outside a lot back then. Um, and I always was kind of like, oh yeah, people sit inside and play video games all day. Pfft, wow. And then myself, I turned into that person, and I experienced that point of view. And then I kind of learned, like, you know what? Who fucking cares? If you're like sitting inside playing video games all day or whatever, you're getting work done and stuff like that, as long as you're still keeping on top of stuff, that's fine. Who gives a fuck? And like, it is healthy to go out and get, workout and stuff like that. Of course it is. But, and I can understand when you're joking or teasing, but when you're like actually being a dick to somebody, like that, it's not cool. It isn't. Um, but I can understand, like valid criticism and stuff like that. Like you should be kind of going outside. Yeah, if you're staying inside doing all of that, you really should be. But to go out and be a dick to somebody is just fucked up. And I wanted to go and mention that. Um, Kind of off topic, but yeah. And then I just completely stopped going outside. Um, and yeah, I mean, my school life was already shit in the first place, and it was pretty much the same throughout those entire years. But my freshman years when I got into it, like I said, I think I said that. Um, and I just started playing the fuck out of it. I don't think I ever played games that much ever. I've been playing games since I was four, but games have always been kind of just like a light hobby of mine. It's never been something that I've taken seriously and really, really gotten into. And Destiny is that game that got me into it. Um, and well, I mean my friend, but like in terms of like getting in and like hardcore into games, Destiny is that game that I entered into in terms of that hardcore playstyle, I guess. Playing every single day for hours upon hours, enjoying myself, having the time of my life, meeting amazing people through LFG. Um, this game has brought so many friendships together. Yeah, probably broken some friendships, and even brought people together, to marry each other. And it's fucking crazy. It really is to actually hear that, but it has. And there's even a story where they even made an emote, a proposal emote, to offer to marry someone in game once, and I was like, wow, that's so fucking cool. Um, I think they got like special artifact rings or something for it, or something like unique and cool to only them. I'm pretty sure, but uh, you know, yeah, it's so cool to see what this game has done for people and myself. But yeah, I just played the fuck out of the game, man. I just was having the time of my life. Like I said, met amazing people. Was going through a lot of shit in real life, and I had that escape. I had that thing to help me cope and teach me good social skills. Which this game, I actually was going to like counselors. Like counselors in school for social skills, and it's kind of funny because this game taught me better and taught me more social skills and improved my social life more than anything those counselors could have done, and anything that real life social engagements did for me, which is kind of funny because the thing is that people that I met on raids were nice. They were accepting. They were cool, and they were welcoming. This community is very, very welcoming, despite the toxicity you may see on the forums and stuff like that, and even by myself. Whenever I'm kind of just joking around about Destiny, about patches and all that, the community is very welcoming and very, very nice. And there's always going to be those toxic people, but that really helped me. Those nice people, and that's why I try to be nice to people in raids and try to be welcoming and try to be cool, because they could be in that same position I was in. And sometimes I kind of tease people, but for the most part, I'm, pretty nice to people. And yeah, man, yeah, like I said, it really improved my social life and improved my skills of stuff, and improved my processing and my hand-eye coordination and my easy to learn, like my learning skills. I'm way better at learning now, and I pick stuff up more quick than I ever did, because raids, whenever someone teaches you something or whatever, you look stuff up, you got to pick stuff up pretty quick. And you gotta react to stuff pretty quick. So that really helped me develop that area of my life and of me as a person, and that was great. And this game eventually came out, or Bungie eventually came out with a video, The Sounds of Destiny, that inspired me to get into the video game industry as a sound engineer. And well, I'm not really into sound anymore. I'm doing video game design in college, but it still inspired me to get into the gaming industry, and that's what I'm trying to do. Destiny has inspired me in so many different ways to do stuff, but I think the biggest one is as a career. I want to work at Bungie. I want to work on Destiny. I want to work on the game that I love. I don't want to work at EA or someplace on a game that I don't care about. I don't care about Sims. I don't care about all that. I don't care about puzzle games. I don't care about RTS games. I care about Destiny. I care about this game as a whole. I care about Bungie. I want to work for them because I care about them, and I care about their game, and I care about all that. I just said care so much, but yeah, it's crazy to see all that happen. Rise of Iron hit, had a ton of fun with that. That's when my life started falling apart, unfortunately. The game helped me out, but then I kind of just started acting like a dick to my friends. Tons of stuff was happening, but at that point, a whole split up with my friends happened, and the game still got me through some shit, but without those friends, it kind of fucked me up a little bit, but it was my fault. But even with that, the game really helped me with stuff. And I don't know, Rise of Iron was also kind of a downtime for me because I was playing other games a lot at the time, and I stopped playing Destiny as much, which some could consider a good thing, but for me it was kind of depressing because Destiny was no longer something I felt very passionate about and very interested in. I didn't play the game as much, and it was kind of sucked. I was playing a lot of other games at the time, and experiencing a lot of older games and getting into more different types of games, which Destiny inspired me to get more into role-playing games, which introduced me to Fallout 4 and Skyrim and Witcher 3 and all sorts of games like that, and then inspired me to get into other first-person shooter games and like story games and all sorts of stuff, because I started getting in really into gaming, and that really helped me. Yeah. And then Destiny 2 hit, and that was the dark times of Destiny. That and Curse of Osiris were just awful, awful points of my life. I was severely depressed, mainly because the game just went to shit, and I didn't have anything to latch onto. I wasn't interested in games because of the fact that I had clinical depression. I wasn't just like sad. I had legitimate clinical depression. So I lost interest in my favorite activities, and sometimes I feel like I still am that way, but yeah, so there's that. And eventually Forsaken came out, and I played the game And then my friend and I, reunited 4 months ago now, and my life has completely flipped upside down and has turned for the better. And I feel much better as a person now that I have people to actually fucking hang out with, you know. But even before then, my life was turning around. I got my driver's license and all sorts of stuff, going to college, all sorts of cool shit. All sorts of cool shit for sure. Um, and yeah, I think that about wraps it up. I just wanted to make a video, like, just being like, kind of reflecting, because I don't do this very often, where I just kind of like sit down and just kind of reflect on previous experiences of my life. It's because there's not really a lot to reflect on. I mean, besides like the past 4 years, there's not, much more for me to reflect on. But, it's still nice to see that at least I had that, even if my life goes to shit, I had those years of pure enjoyment. And I want to thank Bungie and my friend for helping me with that and improving my life for the best. And yeah, I think that's going to wrap it up, guys. I don't think I'm ever going to do a video like this again. Maybe in like a year, but I mean, I'm just going to repeat the same stuff that I did today, but I don't think I'm going to do a video like this ever again. This video is super serious, and it's not my style. It isn't my style at all. If this video was like a typical video for me, I'd be throwing in humor, I'd be cussing a whole bunch, but this is a reflection video. This is different. This is something I usually wouldn't do, and I wanted it to make it that way. I didn't want this video to be funny or anything. I didn't want it to be super humorous. I wanted this video to be serious because it covers some very serious topics. Yeah, peace.